Indiana got their first 7-footer. They may get another 7-footer shortly. There's multiple videos about what Darren DeVries is doing live on the channel today. But this one's about Samet Yigitoglu, the first big man commit for Darren DeVries this year. Pretty good one. One of the best that was available in the portal. With Yigitoglu now in the fold cart, Indiana's price on stakeholder remains $1.40. It's been on the rise. I've been telling everyone that will listen, you should be buying this stock at this price. Do you agree with me?
100%. Yeah, I mean, look, I think even if you are skeptic of the coach, I feel like now they're showing a vision of, okay, last year wasn't it. I'm gonna go out and get a certain level of player. Not saying, and look, differentiating talents on those players, right? We'll have a large discussion about that. But you gotta like how Indiana's moving right now. Yeah, I think you got to buy into it at this price.
Yeah. And $1.40, just to put this in reference, here's like the rest of what teams are priced at. You're going all the way down to the 24th most expensive team in the sport. Look at how much that's rising, though. All these numbers are green up right now. People are rightfully knowing that this is a good buy low opportunity on Indiana. And for this team right now to be priced less than a St. Mary's, whose coach is gone, a Creighton, who's a mess right now, I really think the Hoosiers could be one of the best values here. If you want to play the college hoop stock market, use the link in our description. $25 in free credits just by creating an account. You'll probably enjoy it as much as Cart and I did, and we both made some real money on this season. Michigan's run to the title was very profitable for me. Okay, Samet Yigitoglu averaged 11 and 8 at SMU last season, 1.6 assists as well. He's 7'2", 265 pounds. He's from Turkey, and he is a behemoth. I think that's the correct word to describe him as. Like this is probably the biggest center that is gonna enter the transfer portal this year. Like he's a gravitational force when he's on the court, and it's not like he's just a big dumb oaf here. He has some basketball skill to him. He's a good scorer on the block, good hands, good finisher. Shot 63% from the floor. He doesn't try to do things he can't do. He didn't attempt a three this year. And he's not a good free throw shooter, only made 49.5% of his free throws this year. But for what he is, I do think he's going to be very formidable in a Big Ten conference that likes to go really, really big. He's going to be the biggest guy on the floor every single night this season for Darren DeVries. That was something that was never true with last year's front court. What do you think of this fit?
Yeah, look, before I even get into this, because you're more of a Samba guy than me. And this was even back when I wanted him on Michigan State too, by the way. I want that very much known because there was discussion about that in the Indiana portion of the Discord. Would certainly want him as my starting center. I just wasn't I wanted other centers over him is how I felt about him. But the fact of the matter is if you're Indiana, last year your front court options were Sam Alexis and Reed Bailey and Tucker DeVries at the four. And you found yourself on a nightly basis getting punked because you didn't have enough size or physicality. He has size and physicality. Now, are there some downsides to his game? I think he fouls a lot. I think he could possibly be in better shape, but he's not. He's in pretty good shape for a guy his size. But I think he fouls a lot. But besides that, I think you have a guy that he can get up and down the floor. He's massive, and I think that is a luxury to have.
I think it's a great ad. I am more on Yigitolu than you.
Mhm.
Can you give me the breakdown why you're not in on Yigitolu? I mean, I know you said you just wanted better players, but coincidentally, I think the guy you wanted is also going to end up at Indiana with Summit. So,
Yeah.
like, Aiden Sherrill aside and other dream centers, Mustafa Cham, like, is there stuff about his game you don't think translates in this league?
In less of a nicer term, I just think he's kind of a oaf.
So I use that. I said he's not an oaf. You say he is an
I
oaf.
think he is an oaf.
Really?
I think he's heavy-footed, fouling, bad position type player. But now, to your point, it might work in the Big Ten. It might work in like I think that might work. You know what I'm saying in the half court, more so because I mean he was playing with Boopy Miller, Jerron Pierre, BJ Edwards, an SMU team that was running, just getting up and down all the time. And maybe that's not more so suited for his game. Maybe it's more suited to play in like a two big system with Sherelle, who can be like a stretch four, and then you have Yigitoglu just kind of like holding down the paint.
So, okay, can I Ken Palm player comp you for a second?
I looked at it.
Can I get an oath check from you?
It's disrespectful to the player who's on that comp.
Let me get an oath check here. And I'm gonna give you like five of them. I just want thumbs up, thumbs down. Was this guy an oath?
Mhm.
Umar Balo. That's the number one Ken Palm player comp. I don't think Balo was an oaf. He was just big and a force. Kenny Freeze. Good player. Maybe a little oafy, but like
Yeah,
good player. Yeah.
Kenny Freeze was like in what, the 2008s?
Yeah. 2011 was his final year, I believe.
Okay.
Good player. Adam Woodbury at Iowa.
Yeah, not Ophi.
7 footer. Not an oaf. Could move a little bit. Caleb Tarzuski, Arizona.
No, no, no.
Really good player. Not an oaf. These are half of his Ken Palm player comps.
Mm.
That's a good player, man. And I can't look, it's not Ken Palm player comps are not just fact. Like
Mm.
I like the tool, but if analytically your profile maps directly to that many good players,
Mm.
there's something there.
Yeah.
And
Indiana fans hated Umar Balo.
they did hate Umar Balo. I think it was a lot more about what else was going on at Indiana than it was Umar specific problems.
Hmm.
I just do. And Umar had a bunch of really good seasons at Arizona before his time at Indiana.
Right.
So, and look, if you buy the smoke here, they're going to have another 7 footer in like 10 minutes.
Which
So,
one?
Aiden Sherrill.
Oh yeah.
So, like, that's the thing. Like, Samet probably goes from playing a bunch of minutes at SMU to like playing 20 minutes a game at Indiana and just get the good ones and iron out the bad parts of his game. I will say this, the thing that I like about him, he is capable of playing massive minutes. Card from Valentine's Day on last year at SMU, 31, 36, 36, 35, 32, 34, 43, 31 minutes. For a 7'2", 265-pound guy, you're on the floor that much? Even
Yeah.
with foul concerns? Like, that's impressive to me. It says something about him. And I think if there's one knock on him, it would be this for me. Bad rebounder for just how big he is.
Mm.
Just how big he is. But that's it. Like,
Yeah, no, I think he's a I think look, I'm like I said, I am in the minority on the get it to thing. I'm willing to be in the minority. I know a lot of other people like him. A lot of people I trust like him. You like him. You're also in the people I trust, by the way. I want to make
what
that very clear.
and I need to correct myself because I said bad rebounder. Only on the defensive end, which may have been scheme related or the way SMU worked, but like elite offensive rebounder. So let me
Yeah.
like bite my tongue there. He was the number one offensive rebounder in the ACC last year.
Yeah.
And part of that's just his pure size. But like dude, I like it. I like it. I like where we're at on this.
Yeah. I think what Indiana's doing right now and the adjusting of what they're doing from year one to year two, just that alone shows a level of confidence.
I also I gotta hand up this. The minutes per game that I read down the stretch were Zoom Diallo's, not his.
I was wondering why that was so high.
Can I update that though? Because
Yeah.
it still worked, but I just read Zoom Diallo's instead.
Okay.
Uh March 36, 34, 36, 31, 26.
Okay. It works.
It worked.
It works.
But we just did a Zoom Diallo video and I did not close the tab.
It's okay. Tabs don't get close.
It happens. Starting center for the Hoosiers?
I think so, yeah.
If all goes well on a Marcus Burton, Darren Harris, Aiden Sherrill, Samet Yigitoglu, figure out whoever the fifth guy in between them is.
Hmm.
He's Indiana's blank best player next year.
Ooh, third?
Third or fourth for me.
I think third or fourth.
Third or fourth. I think Burton's obviously better. I think you want Sherelle to be better,
Yeah.
and then it's like Darren Harris and Samet are the next.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was. I mean, I want to get there with Darren, but I don't know if that's allowed necessarily. But yeah, no, I think I would put it and like you know what I'm saying, like front court versatility if you really want to, like go small and play one of the bigs or play Smith at the five, play Sherelle at the five, have the other one on the bench. You can have some versatility there too as well.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I think Darren has my full attention right now, man. And I get like a couple years ago, I was also in on an Indiana roster. I don't think Darren did a good job down the stretch of this season whatsoever. So, but you can't apply the problems with Mike Woodson's teams to Darren.
Yeah, on that note, I'll say this. A lot of, I will, it's a roster thing. He'll fix it. So is it fixed now? So like if it doesn't go well, then we can point back to daddy instead of pointing at overweight son on what the issues are, right? Like it'll be a DeVries fault, but it won't be the one on the court. It'll be the one off the court. Like we can, you know, I guess be critical of him now if he does something bad.
What do you think?
I
Do you,
will be.
no, what do you seem to be implying this isn't going to work?
It's not for sure gonna work. I know that.
Okay. I think it's going to work. I think this is a pretty clearly top four talented roster in the Big Ten right now.
I agree with that.
And I think DeVries last year team finished where his talent finished. The team full of mid majors finished in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. They got talent.
That wasn't an underachieving year from Darren. It was our roster was full of bad players.
They got talent
Listen, man, I see what you're doing. Maybe this is me standing up for the teams that do have talent and acquire talent in this league. But you'd much rather have some pressure because you have talent than be the team pointing fingers saying, "What if you have a letdown year?"
for sure.
Would rather have some talent.
I like talent.